More than ever, we're looking for ways to leave a minimal environmental impact on the planet. So, how to travel sustainably in a wine region? Well, the first step is, of course, to look for wineries that practice sustainable winemaking. Cullen Wines is one of the founding wineries of Margaret River and one of the country's leading sustainable wineries. Certified biodynamic since 2004 and becoming the first carbon-positive Australian winery in 2020. It's also their 50th anniversary this year, so there couldn't be a better time to visit the winery to chat with Chief Winemaker Vanya Cullen. It's always such a joy to visit Cullen. Not only are the wines kicking goals on the global stage, but the entire winery is grounded in sustainable practices and caring for the land. So Vanya, can you tell me a little bit more about the history of Cullen and the environmental practices here?
Mum and Dad planted the vines in 1971 and they always had a great legacy about caring for the environment, and I'm the youngest of 6 and I got to be the custodian of the land. Mum and Dad always had a great dream to make great wine, and they left a great environmental legacy with us. We have become, to that end, a certified biodynamic carbon positive, where we're sequestering more carbon in our soils than our whole business emits. And it's a wonderful feeling to have a sustainable wine business develop over that time.
So have many things changed since the early days, or not changed?
Well, I think there's been a lot of things change and yet things have stayed the same. I think that nature is the most powerful part of the region. You know, we have the Indian Ocean, which is 5 kilometres away, which very much dictates the climate. And I remember the wines of, if you tasted like 1980, they would taste like the soil. So the predominant taste is that ironstone flavour, whereas the wines now taste like fruit with some ironstone character. What has changed is tourism. The region is a thriving tourism precinct. But yeah, I think the changes have happened in a really nice, sustainable way.
There is plenty to explore when visiting. Outside is the self-guided spiral biodynamic garden tour. And inside, the biodynamic wine room offers a chance to really learn about the wines with a seated, guided tasting.
There's 3 wines which I thought were really interesting. The first one is a new release Sauvignon Blanc from 2019. It's quintessentially Sauvignon Blanc on the nose. You've got that beautiful grassy overtone with the sort of stone-like and a feijoa. And then when you taste it, you know, it has that beautiful spread and texture across the palate. So the next one is the Amber. Now this is a Semillon Sauvignon Blanc blend from 2020. Same grape varieties, but it's a white wine made like a red wine. Texturally on the palate, it's, you know, it's halfway between a red and a white. The third wine is, I guess, our flagship red, the Diana Madeline, named after my mother. Look at that colour, isn't that just gorgeous? It's got that red tone with the purples, and then at the base note, you've got that beautiful earthiness of the woolly abrupt soils. They're just 3 gorgeous wines to sort of show a little bit of a taste of biodynamic, carbon-positive Cullen.
Surrounded by the vineyards and the people that nurture the land here at Cullen, there really is no better way to experience it all than by visiting yourself on your next trip to Margs. Cheers.